Hi guys, and welcome to another Watch Geek video and another unboxing and first impressions. Today we're unboxing another Venezianico, and this is another variant of their Arsenale. If you follow my channel, you know I featured Arsenale quite a few times. I featured the regular standard model that was first introduced, then I featured the Meteore, which had a meteorite dial, and now this is yet another variant, and this one, as you can see, it's called Aventurina, which means that it has an Aventurine dial, which is a glass technique that actually originated from Venice, where Venezianico is based from. So this is a bit of a nod to their tradition and their roots. Now, the Arsenale as a watch is probably the only integrated bracelet sports watch that I can actually pull off on my 6.5-inch wrist, because it is sized correctly. So it's 40 millimeters in diameter, it's 45 lug to lug, and even with this end link or this centerpiece here, it's under 50. I'll have the specs in the corner of the screen, but I know when it comes to the bracelet versions, each and every one looked pretty good on my wrist, which is a rarity because usually all these integrated bracelet sports watches don't look really good on my wrist. Now this one comes on a strap, but you can charge, I believe it's like $100 or $120, you can get the bracelet, but I wanted it on the rubber strap because I wanted to see if it will wear as the same as the bracelet version, because usually when there are integrated bracelet sports watches, the bracelet versions wear better than the strap ones, because the strap ones kind of flare out and then they look weird on my wrist. So that's the first thing that we're going to try. We're going to put it on my wrist to see if I can pull this one off as well. So let me just strap it on. And here it is on my 6.5-inch wrist. Yup, even on the strap, it doesn't flare too much. It actually wears pretty good. And surprisingly, this piece is not really sticking out, because this, I believe, is shorter than the usual straps used by everyone else. Because if you follow my channel, you know I always have to order custom straps for my wrist because I always have this piece sticking out. But it seems that Venezianico is using slightly a shorter part than what is usual. Usually they're like 125 to 130 millimeters, which is too long for me. I can wear up to 115, so I will measure this, but I do believe this is like 115. I'll measure it for the full review. So if you have a smaller wrist but you want these types of watches, trust me, this is the only one that's not gonna look ridiculous on your wrist. Now the dial, as you can see, is a piece of Aventurine glass, and I'm glad they didn't put any inscriptions whatsoever. You just have the logo at 12 o'clock, and you do have the Venezianico inscription, but it's on the chapter ring right here, so it doesn't intervene with the dial, which is shimmering like a star, like a sky full of stars. I can't wait to do this, to put this under macro to see it up close, but even like this, it really is mesmerizing. Very cool. Now another thing that I'm glad they kept on this model, unlike the original, is because the original had a skeletonized hands and it had no lume whatsoever. Then on the meteorite, they kind of fixed that, and I'm glad they used the meteorite typed hands and markers for this Aventurine as well. So this one does come with lume, and we're gonna check out the lume in a second. The watch is powered by a Miyota 9039, and one of the best parts of the Arsenale, it's the lack of thickness. So this is under 10 millimeters. They claim it's 9.95, but I actually measure each and every one at 9.8, and the 9.8 is for these special dials, the meteorite and this Aventurine. It can go even thinner if you go for the standard version, because these dials add a bit of thickness. So if you go for the regular model, it's under 9 millimeters, which is quite impressive, and it really wears beautifully on any type of a wrist. Now this 1 millimeter increase still keeps the thinness, but you get the improved hands and markers. So I guess it's only up to you to decide whether you want a thinner watch with slightly less legible hands and markers, or you want a slightly thicker watch with better legibility. But like I said, whichever one you choose, it's under 10 millimeters, so they wear incredibly well. And because they're so thin, they get this part right, something that many integrated bracelet sports watches do it wrongly, Here you can actually feel like the case is actually extension of the strap, or the bracelet if you go for the bracelet. The case back is closed as all Venezianico watches. It comes with a motif of Venice, and it's held in place with tiny screws, which is something I love because it's quirky and different than what everyone else does. The watch does come with 50 meters of water resistance and the screw-in crown, so I'm surprised it doesn't come with 100, but even 50 is probably gonna be okay. And like I said, the Miyota 9039 means that you do have a hacking mechanism, and it's a true no-date movement, so you don't have the ghost click. As soon as you close it, you do get you do hack the movement. Very cool. So let's check out the Lume, and that's gonna be it for today. But like I said, do stay tuned for the full review when we check this out under macro to see all the details. And naturally, the case is also beautifully done, with almost all surfaces being brushed, and then you have these bevels that are polished, and the bezel actually uses a motif that's also a characteristic of Venice, and it's mostly polished with just this motif, these like coin edge teeth, breaking that polishing part. Very cool. So let's charge the watch, check out the Lume, and that's gonna be it for today. Okay, with the watch charged, let's zoom in, let the camera focus, and turn off the light. And there you go. The Lume, quite frankly, is actually impressive given how thin the markers and hands, I mean the loomed area of the hands are. I mean, it's not gonna break any contests or any records, but it is incredibly well done considering the amount of lume. So these areas are very, very tiny, very thin, but they glow quite well. So I'm actually surprised by it. Let's see how it catches the light. Yes, the Aventurine dial is really something else. Anyways, that's it when it comes to this unboxing and first impressions. Like I said, do stay tuned for the full review. I hope you enjoyed it and found it useful. If you did, please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.